Hey everyone, it's John here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a beautiful day here in northern New Hampshire, late fall. And we were out today, not expecting to run into any yard sales, so we didn't film, but we did run into a neighborhood yard sale and a bunch of houses having sales. We ended up spending about $100. So we did pretty good for a day. We didn't expect to see anything. So let me show you what we got. Okay, so we spent $100 and feel like we did pretty good. It was a good day for sporting goods, so I'll start with what we found there. We found this Prince Air tennis racket, and comps seem to be in the $50 to $100 range. We always look at tennis rackets, especially if they're in this condition, and what we look for specifically is to see if the head isn't real scraped up. That's where it's going to show the damage and the use. This one's in pretty nice shape, so that's a 50 plus or minus racket. 1980s Wild Country Quantum 3 backpack. I can't find any comps on that. They're a very popular brand back in the 80s when I was doing a bunch of winter mountaineering and ice climbing and whatnot. It's in excellent condition for a 30 or 40-year-old pack. So somebody is going to want that. I'm assuming that we can get 100 plus or minus for that one. Got a North Face backpack. Again, a very popular outdoor brand. And this got the North Face Kumbu Climbing School patch on it, which kind of makes it a little more desirable. This one's pretty well used, so it's going to be in the $20, $25 range. Probably 60 or so if it wasn't. Again, because that's another, 1980s vintage item. So for $40, I bought a golf bag and a cart with golf clubs. And all I really wanted was this tailor-made burner set of 8 irons. That set sells for between $200 and $300. We got a driver, and this one's going to end up flea market for probably $10. Got a generic putter, Dunlop generic putter. That'll go for $3 at the flea market. We also had a Big Bertha number 3 driver, and I gave that and the bag to a friend of mine, traded him for some homemade maple syrup that he makes here in New Hampshire. So that was $40 well spent. I really just wanted these burners, but I had to take the whole thing. Unfortunately, my buddy was willing to take the big stuff off my hands. Not that we couldn't sell it, but it was just big and bulky. Got a Coleman Instastart 2-burner propane stove. These are about $80 new on eBay. And the used ones are selling in the $30 to $40 range. This was $5. Oh, this backpack was $3. Tennis racket was $5. That backpack was $1. And in that bag, there were a bunch of golf balls, tees, and whatnot. There's some Titleist Pro V1s here, slightly used. We're going to just put that bag of 5 at the flea market for $3, and I know they'll buy them for sure. And these are just another $3 bag at the flea market. So that was $40 well spent. For $10, I bought this Orvis fly wallet, fly with a bunch of flies in it, and a Shakespeare Wonder Rod fly rod. And I'm going to keep that. I don't do a lot of fly fishing, but I have some friends that go, and so next time I go, I'll have what I need. I've got a couple of fly reels in inventory somewhere, so I'll set myself up so I'm ready to go with them. All right, so that was the sporting goods. We bought for $10 this big 1980 Barbie case, 6 dolls, a bunch of clothes and whatnot. 1988, I'm sorry, it's dated on the back. So, just a little Barbie thing for $10. We're going to bring that to the flea market and probably put 25 on it, see what we can get. Whole bunch of player piano rolls. And we've sold these things dozens and dozens of times. I always grab them when I find them. They're good sellers. I haven't looked each individual one up, but what we'll do is bring these to the flea market for $3 a piece. Most of the titles I already know I'm not going to find in the $20 or $30 range, but there are a few I'm unfamiliar with, so I'll look those up. But for the most part, for $5, there's 50 of them. So if we get $2 a piece, it's $100. If we get $1 a piece, it's still $50 for $5. So those will most likely not make it back from the flea market. I'd be very surprised if they do. I bought this really nice quilt for $3. or $5. I forget exactly. It's a twin size, not a queen. It's a twin size, but it's really nice, handmade. You know, machine sewn, but definitely handmade. Really, really nice, in great shape. And we'll probably put that. We'll bring that to the flea market and put it for $45. If nothing else, it's going to be a nice backdrop. So we got a couple of hats. You know, we buy hats all the time. This is a No Bad Ideas hat. I mean, these sell for in the $20 to $30 range. New thing about this, they've got a little stash pocket in there. And so, you know, when people mention stash pocket, they seem to be able to get about $30 for these. And this is in, it's very, very slightly used condition. It's not bad. This is a Mickey Mouse Disney hat, brand new without tags. Again, the $20, $25 range, or $3 at the flea market. I bought this little brass deer. I bought it for scrap. It weighs about 2.5 pounds. It was $2, so that's about $5 or $6 in scrap at the current spot value for brass. But when I looked it up, we found a similar one that sold on eBay for $55 plus shipping. So we're going to keep that for $2. Even if we sell it for just $25 or $30, that's pretty good. Brand new in an open box, $50. For this, we paid $3. We bought some cassette tapes. Now, most of these titles are selling in the $3 to $5 plus or minus range with shipping. Every now and then you find some. You can see the Sam Cooke Live is $15. The Tracy Chapman is $5 to $8. There's only a couple of Billie Holiday tapes out there, and they're in the $10 to $15 range, so that's pretty good. Mostly we use these to build lots. We don't sell them one by one unless they're 25 or more. So these will be great to build some lots for eBay. This whole thing with the case was $2. A few other items that we can put in our put on the $10 table and reduce to $3 later. This is a hand-painted Tolware tray. We seem to do pretty well with those. And this is some type of Oriental or Indian bell. Don't know the significance of it, but it's not super high quality, but it looks like it's a $10 range item, so that'll go on the table. Hand-painted cast iron ashtray fry pan thing with a nice ocean-themed scene on it, and since we're selling at the flea market close to the ocean, that'll be good. These were all less than $1 a piece. And we got a Sony Walkman, which they're selling in the $20 range or so, and it works. I tested it, so that's going to go to the flea market for $10. And same with the Sony Discman. These actually seem to be selling a little better, more like $20 and $30, but we're bringing that to the flea market for $10. They're both tested. They work fine. Got a little bit of media. We're always buying books and stuff. This is a Dave Ramsey, who's very well known in his financial freedom theme and books and whatnot. So this is a series for kids. Expected it to be much better than it is. We paid $1.50, 25 cents a book. And it turns out that they're selling for about $10. This is missing the box. So this will either end up being donated to someone who can use it or down at the flea market and put it on the $3 or $10, maybe the $10 table. It could always start out, right? Sealed media. This is kind of scarce. We can't find any. And whenever you see any hardcore skiing or skateboarding or snowboarding tapes, they seem to sell pretty well. And I can't find this one listed anywhere, so we can just put whatever we want on that. Even if it's $12 or $15, it's sealed. It's super easy to list. So that's where we make the exception on these lower end items. Again, these are like 50 cents a piece, so it's hard not to buy them. Puppy Diaries, sealed, 4 CD set. And again, that's just going to end up at the flea market from the $3 table. So all in all, we spent $100 and came up with about $1,000 worth of inventory as I add it all up. So pretty happy with that for a day when we expected no yard sales at all. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Leave us a comment. Hit the little bell. You'll be notified when we put up another one. Again, thanks for watching and see you next time.